this is Jill Ciminillo with Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and I am at the Chicago Auto Show with my Rebelle Rally partner, Kristin Shaw.
Hi.
And hey, look at this. Look what is behind us. We have Sandy here. And that's kind of the news, but the real news is going to be the fact that today, Hyundai announced that we are going to be driving in the Rebelle Rally again for them in 2023. So we are excited to be able to do this again. I'm really glad we didn't whiff that there because
I was thinking the same thing.
My eye-hand coordination isn't so great. What we want to do in this video is, since you know we are going to be driving this exact truck again, we're going to get a different wrap on it, and we may do a couple of different modifications. We're in TBD. What we want to do is just walk around our current truck and show you what we got. So let's take a closer look right now. All right, so this obviously is a much more cleaned up version of the truck that we left in Glamis in the sand dunes. And it's really funny because I walked up to the truck and the first thing I did is I looked down here at the bumper because when we finished at the finish line, our engineer, Eric Buxton, came up to us and he was like, what happened here? And Kristin and I were like, I don't know what happened. And we got out and we looked and the bumper bar was like bent and the bumper was like kind of sticking out just a little bit. And so I don't think we did it that day. It must have happened at some point when we were in rockier terrain. But I came up and the first thing I was like, oh, they already repaired it. And this looks way too shiny. The entire truck has been like waxed, I think. I mean, it's just like, it's very funny.
Very clean now.
It's weird to see her looking so clean because we left her in a little bit of disarray. It was
A little
very
bit of
dusty
disarray.
and
She was
dirty.
like covered in fine sand.
Covered in fine sand. But this truck did really well for us with some minimal modifications. And I mean, one of the things that, and it's funny because I didn't appreciate it until somebody mentioned it to us, like probably 3 days into the rally. We had not been turning on our rally lights, and these are from the Baja Designs, and it's on top of the bar created by Rally Innovations. And we hadn't been turning these on, and somebody was like, well, you know, it's really helpful for the person in front of you if you have your rally lights on, because when the dust is kicking up and, you know, it's kind of like murky,
right?
They know somebody's coming up from behind them. And in the Rebelle Rally, you have, like if you're coming up on somebody, you can't pass them, really, unless they kind of give you the go-ahead or there's plenty of space. And then as you're going past, you kind of make sure everybody's okay and you get the thumbs up. But they're like, you know, it's just really helpful if you have your lights on when you're doing like anything in the sand or the dirt so that you can be seen. So after they said that, I like turned these on every time. They have a special switch in the front panel that you just flip on. And we had to be very careful because one thing I discovered once I started turning them on, every time I got into the vehicle, I would hit that with my knee, or when I got out, I'd hit it with my knee, and then I'm like, oh shit, we don't want our battery to go low.
Yeah, we had layers on plus our helmets, and we were just trying to figure out how to get in and out without bonking our head on the frame.
Yeah, and so thankfully we didn't leave them on, because if we had left them on and we'd handed our keys over for the night, because they take your keys away from you at the end of the day, so you can't access your truck overnight. If we had turned in our keys and left on our lights, that would have been, what was it, like a $50 penalty?
At least.
They make you pay cash to be able to go back to your vehicle. I didn't bring cash with me, so thankfully, not a problem. I'm like, what else do we have going on here? So the bumper bar, as you know, saved us. This right here is really cool. These are recovery hooks. We had these added on just in case we got stuck and we needed to be winched out, towed out by somebody else. And then we have a D-ring for the back of the vehicle, similarly if we needed to be yanked out from behind.
Yeah, and this is all by Rally Innovations,
yes.
right?
This is Rally Innovations. This is the Baja design.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the bumper bar also Rally Innovations. And I feel like Rally Innovations did the light bar with Baja Design doing the lights on top as well. The other really cool thing that I think we actually used it a lot on the last day is thankfully not this. We did not use the spare tire that weighs about 70 pounds, I think.
Gotta have it.
We used this little rail on the back of the bed a lot because, yeah, we had to use our Max Tracks a couple of times. and the shovels a couple of times.
Yeah, so we'd have to climb up on in there.
And
Unlock
she
it.
climbed up a lot, but so here's the great thing about it. I love the varying bed steps here because you can like step, and then you can like step on here. And you have easy access to the bed, you have easy access to everything that is on the rail. And this is a custom designed bed rack for our truck specifically. And they did a great job with it, but this also was Rally Innovations. And the really cool thing is you can go to Rally Innovations and they can make something like this for you. They were really great to work with, and they did a really quality product. And
yeah, it really held up in with a lot of punishment, because this truck took a lot of punishment.
Yeah,
and she did so well.
She really did. Okay, so those are the biggie modifications. We have another video on it. I have a story on the website. Check it out at pickuptrucktalk.com. But before we wrap this up, I want to ask you, what was your favorite thing about this truck? What was your favorite thing about driving the truck?
Well, my favorite thing about the features of this truck is this retractable tonneau cover, because we were able to put all of our stuff in the back, everything we needed, our tent, our 5 required jugs of water, our suitcase, our portable toilet, like everything that we needed just in case.
Yep.
And we could close it up. Now, everything got super dusty in the back still, and dirty, but that was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, it definitely, you eat sand a lot during the Rebelle. I mean, it's just the way it goes. And I would agree with you. I really liked the tonneau cover, but I would have to say my favorite feature were the seats.
Yes, they were super comfortable.
10 days, 10 hours a day in those seats. And we had some of our friends who were driving other vehicles who had to buy like memory foam cushions to put in. They had to and they'd get out and they'd be like being like old ladies. And we were just like, no, I feel fine.
That was surprisingly good. I mean, because not all seats are that comfortable.
Right, and I don't know if they've left it intact and we can't open the doors, but we actually turned our headrests around in the front seats because of our helmets. We needed to make sure that our helmets wouldn't, get pushed by the headrests.
They turned them back around.
So yeah, they turned them back around, but it's really easy. You just pop them out, turn them around, put them in. We turned those around, and the seats were super comfortable. Yes, we have our names there. And one more thing with the seats that I really loved, heated and cooled seats. And I will tell you, in the morning when we woke up, I needed the heated seats. Middle of the day, I may have turned on the cooled seats like once when it was 110, but then like at the end of the day, I wanted the heated seats again. So I love the fact that you went from hot to cold, and it was perfect.
The other thing I really loved about driving this vehicle was that it's very agile and nimble. When we were driving on some not public roads, what do you call those, like the off-roading area?
Yeah, in the OHV area.
It was like driving on a roller coaster track. And we were literally like, staying on these narrow bands of dirt, just flying around, and it did so well. Now, I wish it could have like a super heavy duty suspension.
Yeah.
Because the rocks were brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd have to go really slow.
Yeah, we spent one day riding along power lines, and I mean, it was literally the entire day was along power lines, and the entire track was like this. And you'd see these Jeeps with what was the suspension that they had, or the shocks? It was
the Total Chaos.
Yeah, the Total Chaos suspension, and they were like, and we're just like 10 miles an hour. But
But we made it through. We didn't wreck the car. We didn't die.
Nope.
So really, mission accomplished.
I would say that was a good day. We
so
finished.
now we got to come up with new goals for 2023.
We do.
But we haven't discussed that yet.
We haven't discussed it. So TBD, as we go into our first training coming up, hopefully in the next month or so, stay tuned for more details. And I have to tell you, there is one thing that we did not use on this vehicle that I want to use next year.
What?
The GoPro Mount.
We have to use the GoPro Mount.
We have to use the GoPro Mount.
The roads, that's the best part of being on the Rebelle Rally, and that's why I wanted to do this again, because I kept thinking about those roads that I would say at least 95% of Americans never get to see.
No.
Public roads, dirt roads, gorgeous dry lake beds that are stunning. And we have to take out our compass and figure out which way we're going and get there.
Yeah, and you're really not thinking about what you're seeing, and I want to be able to go back and look at that footage and say, we drove that, we saw that, that was really flippin' cool. So the GoPro mount is actually a factory accessory from Hyundai, and it fits right here, and it's on the other side of the vehicle on the driver's side, but you just pop this out and you put the GoPro mount in, and you have to get some SD cards and pop them in and record the whole thing there. That's one of my goals. Not an actual competitive goal, but using the GoPro this year.
Other goals to be revealed later.
Yes. All right, so I think that's what we've got on our announcement for today and the Hyundai Santa Cruz. We are super excited to be able to compete with Hyundai again. And be sure to stay tuned, pickuptrucktalk.com. Check us out on the YouTube channel. And yeah, we will see you down the road.